Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here with the YouTube earnings update for the first half of February. The stats have been updated for the first 2 weeks, and I will be comparing those stats to the first 2 weeks of January. It is so far, knock on any kind of wood, a promising month. So things have picked up a little bit. Happy to see that. I do want to say that I have been doing this series almost 2 years now. I can't remember exactly when the first one was. It's something like March or April. I might have started in April with March's stats. I can't really remember, and I haven't gone back to look. I also haven't looked at that very first video or the other videos, but I think somewhere in there I had set my goal at, well, I know I set my goal at $1,000 per week, and I was giving myself 2 years, I believe, and I might have mentioned along the way that I would at least do the updates for 2 years. I don't know. I might be making this up, but I seem to think that that's where I was with all that. So it's almost 2 years. Obviously, I have not made my $1,000 per week goal, but I'm quite happy with where I got over the past 2 years, and I think that when my 2 years is up, I'm going to stop doing this series because it takes a lot of time. I make nothing on YouTube with these videos. I do know there are a few of you who really like these stats. If I continue to do it, it might be just once a month, or I might do other little shorter videos throughout the month if I think I have something interesting to say, but it would be on Patreon. So you'd need to come on over and be a patron to continue finding out what I'm doing on YouTube and for earnings and stats and all that. And I'm not even sure that I even want to do that yet. But we're going to be wrapping up this series soon. It's not because I want to suddenly hide what I'm earning, because I'm pretty open with that. It's pretty much more or less because nothing really changes that much. Yes, the earnings have gone up, but a lot of the stats are the same. And, you know, I had given myself 2 years, I think. I don't know. Some of you probably know more about what I said in this series than I do. So let's just get to the stats for now. We'll worry about the rest later. We're looking at the stats for February 2018, the first 2 weeks, well, February 1st through the 15th. I uploaded a total of 28 videos in all. 6 of those were for Patreon. Those are not monetized, so what I earn on Patreon is not part of this at all. And 6 of those were for my ASMR channel, Sounds and Whispers, and the link is always down below, and I don't know if I have it on my end screen yet. I don't think I do. I need to change that. Those are separate also. That channel is actually not going to be monetized after February 20. Today's the 17th, because I don't have enough subscribers or watch time. So I'm thinking maybe like in 6 months it'll be monetized. But those few pennies that I have earned on that channel so far are not included in this either. So that leaves me with 16 videos that are part of this report. I have been doing pretty good with subs this month. So far in 2 weeks I got 2,443 new subscribers. In January, the first 2 weeks, I got 1,348. I currently have a total of 41,190 subscribers. So that means, yes, we hit 40K since the last update. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. I do appreciate it very much. I do. I really do. Views for February, first 2 weeks, 240,108 views. And that is up from January. I had only, well, not only, but I had 200,189 views in January. February, first 2 weeks, my watch time is 1,799,429 minutes of watch time. In January, that was 1,444,088. So I'm up on that too. Retention. It was 43% for January, and for February so far, 44%. That's good. I'm always right around there. Like I said, a lot of my stats don't change. My gender did change. My boys, they're running like flies. You know what? They're probably just all going to Patreon because they like to hear my filthy mouth over there. I have normally 14% boys, 86% girls, but for February, we're down to 11% boys and 89% girls. Shares are up. I had 1,707 videos shared, and that is through YouTube sharing. It's not like stuff that's shared on Facebook. So that is super cool. Thank you so much for sharing. It's like the best thing you can do for me. I don't care if you share on Facebook too. I don't care how you share. Just share my shit and I'll be happy. In January, the shares were 949. And my end screen, where am I? Again, that's always like about the same. 2.91% of the elements that appear on my end screen actually got clicked, as opposed to in January, it was 2.63%. My traffic, my suggested videos is my highest at 63%, browse feature 17%, and the search function 3.8%. For January, suggested was 62%, browse 16%, and my search was 4.4%. Playlists have gone up. The playlist number is letting us know how many of my videos are appearing in playlists. It includes my own playlist and it includes other people's playlists. People create playlists so they can put videos in their playlists that they might want to watch over and over again or whatever. It's a good thing. I still have people say to me, oh, so-and-so stole your videos. No, they're just taking my video and putting it in a playlist. That's a very, very good thing. Stealing a video is downloading it and then uploading it as your own. That's a big no-no. So, playlists. For January, I was appearing in 2,822 playlists. So far in February, 5,099 playlists. I've actually been as high as like, was it 10 or 11,000, like back in August? And it goes up and down because people, you know, might put it in a playlist and watch it later, and then they delete it after they watch it. They don't keep it in the playlist. My revenue. Now, I don't think my stats went up by all that much. Certainly not my watch time. 1.8 million about for February and like 1.4 for January. So that's not a whole lot of difference. But my revenue jumped quite a bit. January, for the first 2 weeks, I took in $391.63. That's my cut. That doesn't include YouTube's cut also. For February, the first 2 weeks, $766.63. So I should have a 4-digit month, not including the decimal point. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. Okay, my countries. I had a total of 86 countries watch my videos. Top 3, US, UK, Canada. US, 73% of the watch time. UK gets 8.8% of the watch time. Canada, 6.6%. Australia, 2.7%. India, 0.9%. Germany, 0.6%. South Africa, 0.5%. New Zealand, 0.5%. Ireland, 0.4%. And Malaysia, did I say that right? 0.3%. My 5 bottom countries. 5th from last, Nepal. 4th, Isle of Man. It's like I want to say Isle of Man, like, because it's another country. Isle of Man. That's what I'm going with. Wouldn't that be funny if I got that wrong? Something as simple as man, and men are simple. Just kidding. Number 2. Oh no, number 3. No wonder I skipped it. I don't want to say it. Kyrgyzstan. I don't know. Number 2, Vietnam. I can say that. And number 1, I'm having a hard time with. I've had it before. Bottom place, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Going with that. My states. Top 5 are Texas with 8.7% of the watch time. California, 7.5%. Florida, 6.0%. Michigan, 4.5%. I live on that. You probably can see that. Ohio, 4.2%. Maine is in 23rd stinking place with only 1.6% of the watch time. So it goes to show that people who actually know me are not watching my videos. Bottom 5 states. Fifth from last is Vermont. Fourth is North Dakota. Fifth is South Dakota. I'm glad I have the Dakotas down there in the bottom together. Wyoming is second from last, and bottom place is Alaska. And I forgot to put like how many minutes. It's just little tiny bits. Okay, that's all I have for stats. I don't have very much else to talk about. So let me take you over to the computer, and we will look, and I'll show you the earnings, and you can look at which videos are earning. As you can see, we are looking at February 1st through the 15th, 2018. And here's my line. It's a cute line. It is slowly going downhill. I did have a couple of days in the 60s, and I have some in the 40s. I have quite a few in the 50s, 50, 50, 50. So I'm just happy with that. And here are the videos that are earning. Wow, this rag quilt has earned $138 in 2 weeks. That's pretty super cool. And then more quilting, and what's the one? Oh, well, I'm glad to see it up there. This is the 1 hour fat quarter quilt that I did because quilting things were so popular, so I thought I would throw another one in. I mean, it's not earning a lot, but it is up there with the top, I don't know, in the top 10 at least. But I wish I had 10 videos earning over $100 in 2 weeks. That would be nice. I noticed this one, personal update, has been getting a lot of comments. Good God, I hate it when the personal videos are popular. I don't look at them. I would have to delete every video if I watched it. I would be like, oh my God, did I really say those things? But I don't care. People can watch, and it's just scary. Like when personal stuff comes up, people will find me for the quilting, and then they love me, and then they watch something personal or something where I swear a little bit more, and then they suddenly hate me. But I have a lot more lovers than haters. That sounds weird, but certainly the majority of the people stick around and even prefer my kind of humor, so I'm good with all that. Okay, enough of that. Let's go down. You can pause if you want to study anything. And I really have nothing else to talk about, so let's just go back to the camera. And I really don't have very much else to talk about. I really think I would like this better in Patreon because I know there's a tight little tiny group of people who like these stats, and I would like to be able to be more one-on-one with those particular people on Patreon, not in the YouTube comments and just back and forth. I know it's just all very different in Patreon. I like it very much. I don't like their actual comment system because it's very confusing, but I just like that it's just different. It's somewhere else. It's like a private club, and I really like it. I like the way that's working for me. I do updates on Patreon too, once per month, and I'll probably do those for a little while. There's really not much exciting to report on. They don't give a whole lot of stats, but right now I like it because Patreon itself was all new to me, and I will learn something new about it, and then I can report that, but I have been sharing the stats. I will tell you that the stats you see on my homepage on Patreon are estimated. The actual amount of pledges is higher. So that's one thing you get to know. You get to know how Patreon runs if you become my patron. Once a month, I will let you know what I know. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye.